back button focus is something that you may want to consider setting up your camera to do. And I know it's not for everybody, so I do want to caution you, it just takes a little bit of time to get used to. I started setting up my Nikons a couple years ago, and once I got used to it, I just never went back. So I was very happy with it. But I do want to caution you, before you do any professional or paid jobs, make sure that you're familiar with it so you don't botch up your focusing on that. And it's very, very useful amongst the professional photographers for things like wildlife photography, where you can track whether it's birds or other animals, sport photography because it's fast moving, even weddings. There's a lot of action at weddings, especially at the reception. And of course, if you're doing children, very useful for that. So in a nutshell, what you're doing is you're reassigning the button on top, your shutter button. Instead of pressing that halfway down, it focuses, and then you press it the rest of the way, it takes a photograph. You're going to assign that to just take the picture. And then you're going to reassign a button in back. Like as an example, we had the AF on button that you can set up to be used as your focusing button. And this is very useful. You put your thumb on that, and then say you follow let's just say you're following a bird, and then your thumb's on there, and the bird may shift back and forth, or just be at a different focus range. So it's going to keep this in focus, whether it's a bird or a child, and then you can just shoot away as you want to. And also, if you're in a certain situation where once the focus is locked in, you just take your thumb off the button, and then you can shoot as you like also. So this is something that's very, very useful. Give it a shot, and let's take a look at how you can set up your back button focus. And we'll start by taking a look at the Sony A7lll. First thing we're going to do is go into the menu, and then on the camera icon number 1, we're going to go to page 5, and you're going to see focus mode. And we're going to click on focus mode, and here we want to make sure that we're in AFC, which is continuous autofocus. In the menu, we're on camera 1, we're on page 6. We're going down to AF with shutter. That means autofocus with shutter is going to be turned off now, because we don't want the shutter anymore to have any control over focusing. Then we go back to the menu, and now we go to page 7, and up on top you're going to see pre-AF. That's pre-autofocus. You want to make sure that is turned off. And then we go back to the camera icon number 2, and then we're going to go to page 8. Where it says custom key. We'll click on that. And then here you can see 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go to section or page 3. We click on that. And then we're going to set the autofocus now on the AEL button is turned on. And if you notice, one step down, we also had the AF on button. And I have that one on too, if you look. So now I actually have it set to use either one. So whichever button is more comfortable for me to use, or whichever button is closest, I can just press that button and I can set my focusing point. And then here, once I set my focusing point, and if I'm staying with the object or the subject I'm photographing, it's going to stay in focus. And once I release that button, then the focus is going to be locked in. So try this out, see if you like it, but just keep in mind, and it may take just a little while to get used to it. If you're going to find, like I did, once you do, you'll probably never want to go back to the regular way of focusing again.